And we are back
with the MLG Anaheim qualifier.
What number?
Number 3. It's day 3. It's Saturday, the 17th of May, 2014.
How do you know these things?
Because we said it earlier. And we have Phog versus drewbie.
Who do you think is going to take that?
I'm going to have to go with Phog. I'm sorry. I've been practicing with drewbie, but I'm still going to have to go with Phog.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to go with drewbie.
I love drewbie. He's a mate, but I believe in him. But
you just don't believe
I'm the safe bet person.
You're the
so
safe
I'm gonna have to go with Phog. But I won't go 2-0. I believe in Drew. So I'll go with 2-1.
Wow. So we'll see what happens here. Drewbie, no root player has lost against a non-root player in this qualifier yet.
And he's undefeated in official matches since his comeback.
And he's undefeated in, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Drewbie. It seems like the safe bet. It's like, okay.
Okay.
You know.
We'll see what happens.
So we are ready to go, it seems. Just gotta set teams. And this should be pretty good.
Drewbie. Merry-go-round.
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 Merry?
Go round.
No. Wow. Are you serious, David? Wow. Merry?
Go.
Wow, David. Really?
Wow.
Anyway.
What do you want from me?
We have on the top right-hand side position of
Merry-go-round.
Wow.
Stop. I don't know what you want.
The pink Terran playing for Root Gaming and currently sporting the Kappa symbols. It is Root Gaming's Drewbie. And on the bottom of the map, playing from IB Drip, it is Phog.
With nice drone stacking already.
Nice drone stacking already, wow. Yeah, Phog is pretty underrated. He's actually a pretty good Zerg. So.
What do you think about ZVT on this map?
CVT on this map, huh?
Yes. I do not like taking a fourth on this map.
It's hard.
I try and avoid the middle bases.
Even taking a third can be pretty hard. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, on these positions it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But if it was left to bottom, then it would be pretty hard to take a third because you have to take the one that's further away. Yeah. Or you don't have to, but you can.
And I really despise taking those 3 central bases as your fourth.
Yeah, those are pretty hard too.
And it's very abusable by like mine elevators.
That is true.
Against Protoss, the laser beams.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here. It seems Drewbie's not actually going for a Reaper.
Yeah,
opener.
this is interesting.
Well, you've played him a lot, right?
Yes,
so
and he is in the games I've practiced with him, which has been many. He has never opened gasless. So
really?
This may be something that he's been practicing with someone else. Maybe he's got a new build that he's got.
It's possible
practice.
he could have prepared it. I mean, Phog is not a standard player by any means. A lot of the time, I think in CVT he favors the Roach Hydra play. So maybe Drewbie feels more comfortable doing something like this, or perhaps taking a risk if he thinks he is not the better player here. So.
Well,
he has been AFK for a long while.
I like that he did this on this map though, because even if he did Phog did a fast drone scout, he may not have been able to confirm that it was gasless.
Right. That is a good point. So yeah, you're completely right. And there's an SCV scout for Drewbie. He's not gonna find Phog right away, but he will know where he is now.
He should be dropping his CC pretty soon. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. On the lower ground as well. So.
He's feeling confident, comfortable.
Indeed. In the production tab, there's just Marines and 4 links actually coming out for Phog, so he still thinks that there might be a Reaper threat.
He's just playing
he doesn't go to 6 though. He just stays at 4.
Yeah, I think 4 is fine. Personally, I only do 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless I'm like getting pretty heavily pressured and they're being really active with their Reaper.
Fair enough.
I feel like you can get away with it pretty comfortably most of the time.
Maybe. I usually prefer 6. I think 4 it's easy to lose 2, and then the other.
This is really nice for drewbie.
Yeah, this is extremely nice. Gonna pick up an overlord right away. Starting the overlord positioning, drewbie is, and this is I wouldn't be surprised if he talked about this with illusion. This is a very illusion-like technique that he just did.
It's super annoying as a Zerg player as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's another overlord that could be picked off. It's a retard magnet right now
Ooh.
for the time being.
You might
Phog not really microing the links
Ooh.
properly, trying to get the SUV.
Good
and he will
SUV
not get
save.
it. Great job by Drury once
Yeah.
again. So
He didn't take
this
any
overlord
damage.
could get taken down if Drury spots him, which I think he saw with the SUV. Oh, he hasn't seen it.
It's
What
not
about
in
now?
vision? Is it?
It's barely out of
Not in
vision.
vision range. Ooh.
Nice overlord by Phog, and Drury doesn't know that it's there, so not gonna be able to pick it off. But if he did, that would be big. He's already picked off 4 links and an overlord, and that's pretty decent for him. It's as good as an opener as he could have hoped for, and he has an extremely quick command center to go along with that. A third command center, I mean. So I think Drury's put himself in a pretty good position so far.
Yeah, definitely. But I like that Phog took his third just a little bit faster when he saw that there was no Reaper, and he recognized that it was
absolutely.
a gasless opener.
Definitely. That is a must. And yeah. There's this third CC is also going to serve as a wall off, of course. The overlord is not going to be scouted at all, so it will survive for sure. And yeah,
I
not very much
wonder
going on right now.
if this could be. I don't think he'd go Banshees. He hasn't been doing that recently, but he may have learned a Banshee build, which I think would be good.
I mean, he doesn't have a starport on the way,
yeah.
so I very much doubt it.
It's good to mix in, I feel.
Yeah. Making Hellions now. Getting the stim.
And the Roach Horn has come out for Phog. I've never seen him play a CVT before, so I didn't know that he was
Yeah, I think he's
more
a very
favored toward Roach.
Roach heavy player, so.
Good creep spreads so far. 2
Yeah.
extra cleans. I wonder why he hasn't spread it then, because it seems like it's reached as far as it's going to go. There it is. Double Evo, lair, and 6 roaches. Probably
Yep.
just defensive to
Yeah, just
ward away the
defensive.
Hellions.
If Drury identifies that it's a Roach Horn, I wouldn't mind him going for QXE Hellions. Because they're going to be kind of useless against Roaches. He's not producing any more, luckily for him, so that's good. But if he knew it was Roaches, he would rather trade those Hellions for the drones, even if it's not going to be a great trade-off. Because again, those Hellions are not going to be that
Yeah.
useful in the fight.
One thing that I had talked to Drew about is identifying when they're just using roaches defensively or if they're actually going to play a roach-based game. He said he struggled with that a bit.
Okay.
So he could have a bit of trouble against a
So you
player
can
like
actually help
Phog.
him with it?
I talked to him about it and I helped him with it.
Alright, so you don't
Yeah.
feel he's improved?
Well,
that
he
much?
could, I'm saying he could, but I mean it's a possibility that he could still struggle against a player like this.
I
but-
see.
He's definitely been practicing and improving, so, and he's already adapted his play from when I've been most recently practicing with him. So
Yeah, most of a lot of roaches coming here to look
Yeah.
for those Hellions. Drury has to be pretty careful. The upgrades are pretty much even. Drury's gonna be a little bit slower than that. Stim is finished though, and his production is getting pretty big. With a starport and 2 more barracks on the way. So
Armory should be coming down soon so that he can continue.
yeah, unfortunately for Drury, despite the very early 3rd CC, he hasn't tried to land it anywhere.
And Phog's creep spread is looking pretty good
It
because
is.
of these roaches been able to push away the Hellions. So they
Indeed.
haven't really been able to deny the creep. And he is getting the Hydra Den, so I don't know.
What don't you know, David? I said he was a Hydra
yeah,
roach,
but
a roach Hydra.
I'm
player.
not a fan, are you?
I mean, he's good at it. He makes it work, so. Oh, these Hellions are gonna go for the QXC roasting. Get as many drones as possible, not getting very
yeah,
many,
didn't
maybe
get very
2.
many at all.
So probably not even worth it.
Drew does like to drop from my experience with playing him, so
Yeah, definitely. Roach speed is now done, so Phog is a little bit more
Mobile.
sure. More than that, he's a little bit less scared than of going out on the map. There's pretty much not going to be anything that can catch this roaches, so he can just go poke in and be a little bit more confident. He doesn't have to you know, if the fight is not going well for him, he can just back.
I think drewbie maybe being a little
Overcautious.
timid,
Yeah. Picks off a roach for a supply depot, not the biggest deal in the world. The bunker falling down is annoying, but not too bad. We'll see what Drury decides to do here. I feel like you kind of need tanks against Roach Hydra. Drury's not really making them. So if you don't have tanks, you need like a huge bio wall before engaging it.
Is he making anything? He's not making anything from his factory, is he?
I don't think so, no. There's nothing coming out of the factory. The 2-2 upgrades are pretty much starting at the same time, so Drury is going to be a second behind on that, but not the biggest deal in the world. Phog hasn't dropped creep on the other third, the one that Drury is looking to take, and Drury will now move out and potentially clear that extra.
That's a pretty delayed
Certainly.
third for the Terran. Almost 13 minutes when it lands.
Yeah, definitely.
It may hurt him, especially because he wasn't able to do much.
You're talking really low, David.
Because he wasn't able to do much economic damage.
Sure thing, David.
But look how close I am to the mic compared to you.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
Okay,
maybe.
sure, David. It's just like very dim,
Soft, maybe?
soft.
This is a big push from Phog.
Yeah, it is, and this is pretty hard to engage with bio. Hydras do a lot of DPS
Yeah.
to those Marauders as well, so Drury has to be pretty careful. Trying to get a good concave. Drew does get a good concave,
But there's a lot of
there's a lot of
Herb
DPS coming out of his army. If Drury wins the fight, usually if Terran starts winning
Oh, it
the
looks
fight,
good
there's no
for-
retreating. This
it
is
looks
not
good
looking
for
too bad.
Drew.
Yeah, not looking too bad.
There's
for
no
Drew at
Hydra
all.
speed down either, so he
Yeah.
can't run.
Yeah,
Oh.
running was a mistake there. Should have just focused
Yeah.
as many Marauders as he could. I
This
think.
is really good for drewbie.
Yeah, that was excellent. But yeah, those fights can be pretty snowbally. I think that Phog, I'm not sure what he did wrong there. Like maybe he hesitated, or I think he took the right fight, maybe at the wrong place.
And
Because
his
Drury's reinforcements helped out so much
Yeah.
in that fight. Like
and they
without
flanked
those-
as well.
yeah, without those reinforcements, the fight looks completely the other way around. I think. Lots of Hydras still for Phog. The more Marauders the Terran has, the more Hydras you want. The more Marines they have, the more Roaches you want in this sort of unit composition. Oh, Drury
That was a
being
bit
little
risky,
too,
yeah. Too
yeah,
greedy.
too risky indeed. And yeah, he's gonna pull back. He identifies that his opponent has a lot of Hydras. He's still not changing his Marine to Marauder ratio just because he has 3 tech laps and he's choosing to use those. But he is getting +3 attack quicker, so he will have the +3 quicker than Phog will, and that could help him out a lot. Drury's actually holding on pretty well here.
Yeah, and Phog's composition is also much more expensive, with both the Hydras and Roaches costing gas, while only Marines cost gas. So that the trade was good for Drew as well.
Yeah, definitely, David. That's an excellent point. Drury's
I
getting
like-
a concave here. He has to be pretty careful. Could lift off those supply depots if the links don't go in. Okay. Hydras again, not very good
Whoa.
against Marines, and there's not very
Very
many
indecisive
roaches.
in his fights.
Yeah, there's not very many roaches, and that's the problem here. If he takes that fight, he loses it. So he needs more roaches to tank or infestors. which
Yeah,
he's
I
getting
really
right
like
now.
the Infestor choice.
So the infestors are fantastic here, but at the same time, he has to find the timing. I feel like before Drury hits 3-3. If Drury hits 3-3, I think I'm gonna like Drury's positioning a lot better. Now against infestors, the way you deal with bio compositions, like we see Drury going for, is mass medevacs. You can easily you can out heal fungal.
yeah,
You just have to have enough medevacs to do that, and then usually the medevacs will survive through the fight as well. So
yeah, and he hasn't lost. I think he's lost one so far.
yeah.
So it's good. He's had good medevac retention
Yeah,
so
but
far.
he hasn't been making any additional ones, which you wouldn't want to do unless there are infestors out. So Drury needs to identify this as soon as possible, because fungals could be pretty deadly here.
Yeah, they
There's
could
barely
be.
any roaches for Phog though, so his army will melt pretty quickly. It's gonna be a quick fight. Let's put it that way. Especially for a 200 fight without any or hardly any AOE. It's gonna be a quick fight. It's a fight of DPS rather than one of endurance here. So let's see who can output more damage faster, I suppose.
Does Phog have to remax on roaches? If he
Drury
remaxes?
knows, by the way.
Yeah, he knows about the
About the
infestors.
yeah. So he has to be pretty cautious here.
4th CC coming up. About to finish. 3-3 is about
Drury
to
moving
finish
on creep.
just before
is
this
really
fight.
scary. I'm not sure what Drury's thinking
Oh, the
here.
fungal!
Oh,
Oh!
the fungal is
Catches
real.
all the medevacs.
Good spread after that, though. He has a
Oh,
better
the chain
concave now.
fungal.
The spread is fantastic for Drury, though. He has an amazing concave.
Flank is good
The
from
flank
Phog.
is good for Phog, but
He needs one more fungal on this
yeah, exactly.
medevac.
Despite that fungal, Drury's able to take that fight. Just not really enough of a chain fungal there by Phog.
The remax is pretty
Yeah.
real.
The remax is pretty real. You're right about that, David. That was pretty careless of Drew to walk into creep, though.
Yeah, it was almost
Oh.
catastrophic for
Yeah,
him.
oh, yeah, indeed. So I think he could have taken an even better fight for himself. The production hasn't kicked in fully. He has to be pretty careful with those medevacs. At the same time, there is a drop in Phog's main, so that's doing a little bit of damage. Took out a gas as well, which is going to help a little bit.
Yeah.
Phog is traveling to get some gas.
I think Drew should start remaking or making more medevacs.
Yeah, definitely. And Drew should start spending the monies, maybe more production. He has added additional command centers and should be looking to take a 4th here pretty quick. But yeah, I completely agree with you. He really needs
Yeah.
medevacs.
Oh, he's gonna repair? That'd be great. Yeah, he is. That's nice. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Did I see?
Oh, he has to be pretty careful though. Phog is moving in.
Ooh.
Oh, the medevacs are left alone as well.
He
Phog
could have a
with
good
huge
concave
army.
though.
I don't know.
He could.
He's
Ooh.
spread out pretty thin. Though the fungals could be real, David.
Oh, I don't know.
But again, Phog with mostly hydras.
Pretty good fungal.
He has to be really careful.
Yeah, the running away keeps hurting him so much. He keeps losing
A
it.
little bit, but he
hydras.
has to run away. Like, it's not
Yeah.
the wrong call. It's just his army composition is not what it should be. He's too light on the roaches. Now he's making more roaches, but it seems he wants to have enough roaches to tank the
Yeah.
damage and annihilate the army. Like, it's kind of like all about the momentum for him. And once he loses those roaches and the momentum is gone, if the fight starts going anywhat evenly, then he will lose because
Yeah.
hydras are glass cannons.
I also would have liked to have seen him wait for 3-3 that fight because it was pretty close. It's done now.
Yeah,
I think it could have been better for him.
definitely.
I also-
yeah,
Drewbie's
I like
position is really good now. He's securing his 4th base.
yeah.
He's traded with
a hidden
Phog.
supply for the first time.
Phog's got like no bank. He had to remake his 3rd. He's got barely any saturation. Well, not full saturation on his 4th. He's got no 5th. So I'm pretty scared for Phog in this game.
Definitely, I really like what do you call that thing? The sensor tower by Drury. The position seems pretty good. I don't think he's.
I think
he's
maybe a
understanding.
little further to the left.
I think this is fine because that's where Phog has been attacking the entire time, and Roach Hydra is so immobile that it's pretty unlikely that he will
Yeah.
go all the way around.
I would have liked to see Phog respread creep, especially with his composition
I mean, the creep spread is
in the
pretty
middle
good.
of the map. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's where he seems to be focusing his fights. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Drury with a gigantic army, he's gonna push out onto the middle of the map. I wouldn't mind seeing him try to take an engagement here. He's got a pretty large bank too.
Yeah, you got a
So-
sick bank. He's
So,
got
I
all
mean-
the
I mean,
remax potential.
even if this is not the greatest engagement in the world for him, it's still good. If he can trade somewhat
Somewhat
close to
decently,
cost-
yeah.
yeah, close to cost efficiently. So we'll see if that happens.
It doesn't look like.
He's going for the 4th. By the way, Phog's still on 4 base.
Yeah, it looks like no attempt at a 5th either.
Yeah,
Oh, the fungal is real.
it is real. Not enough medevacs really, but still Drew with a better concave here.
Dude, those fungals though.
A lot of marauders, a lot more than I would like to see. The marauders are not outputting enough damage to the hydras.
Neither
And
player.
hydras are usually pretty good against marauders. So attack-wise as well.
That
So,
fight was what Phog needed, I think. He was up 50 supply at the end of that.
yeah, pretty much. Not the greatest angle for Drew, and the fungal was real, David.
Yeah, the fungal was pretty real.
Yeah, and he really needs Drew really needs additional medevacs. I feel like if he's gonna continue to fight this Roach Hydra style.
I think
What I'm
Phog.
extremely surprised about is that Phog that hasn't added a Viper or two.
Yeah,
It seems pretty amateurish to not do that at this point, especially seeing he has the gas for it and barely any minerals. So, and he's had a hype for a long time.
and
If he lands those fungals and then a Bombing
yeah,
Cloud on
that's
top of
just
that,
rip.
it's rip. So, and Drury has been eating the fungals.
Yeah, like
Like what?
Like-
Like Desro eats something? Is that what you were gonna say?
Whoa.
Wow, David, that's
No.
really messed up.
um,
Wow. David.
I don't like that there's no attempt at fifth. Like,
Yeah.
he really needs one at this point.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would agree with that. He really needs a third,
Fifth.
fifth, third. Same thing, David. Come
Same thing, guys.
on. He's got to watch out. Drew's still trying to do multi-prong harass with the drops, but he's got to be pretty careful. The
4
fungals are
medevacs.
real once again. 4 medevacs hurt. So Drew's going to have to turn around and try to defend him. He
The
has the better
fungal.
arc once again, but the fungal is real one more time. Purely Hydra. And this is what Phog was hoping for.
Yeah.
Once the momentum starts going in his favor, he can just crush his army. Drew being a little bit careless, but at the same time,
He's gonna lose his CC.
he's gonna.
Oh,
Sure, that's fine though.
that's
he
good.
Kills the fourth. So his income and economy are much better than Phog's now, David.
He just needs to push
Much
this
better.
back.
Yeah. So
this is
fantastic. For
He's
Drew,
got a
I
good
think.
bank.
Yeah, as long as he can spend his bank and defend, he should be in a perfect position to take this. Fighting the roaches, great idea. Turning around, you gotta be really careful though. Okay, just loading the medevacs. That Marauder and much too fat to run. And Drew's gonna attempt another drop at the main of Phog, which is nice.
Yeah.
But Phog spots it, so we'll see what his army moves like. It doesn't seem like Drew is pushing at the same time or anything like that, so this shouldn't be too hard for Phog to stop. And now he has blocked off the flying path of the medevacs nicely with the hydras. So this is probably going to be Ripperino for those medevacs if Drew's not careful.
Oh,
And
they're just gonna
he is
chill.
careful. So, yeah.
Yeah, he just took Phog's focus away from anything else, basically, at that point.
Yep.
He was
Drew
worried
is
about the
maxed out
medevacs.
once again, and he's going to be on 5 base against, like, I guess Phog is mining 1 base. Drew
Yeah,
is
but if-
mining 2, soon to be 3. So
If Phog had taken the 5th earlier, he would have been able to transfer drones. He would have been in a
Yeah, at
much
the
better
very least.
position. Yeah.
yeah, he was struggling for money, but he was taking engagements so often. I feel like he should have dropped
Yeah.
a 5th before taking an engagement. This Marauder drop trying to focus fire the hatchery. At the same time, pulling Phog's army off position, but Drew is still shy to try and move in.
He lost 1 medevac there.
Yeah, the red one. So that's unfortunate for him. This time, Drury a lot heavier on the Marines. He has to be so careful with the fungals, and a great fungal, as good as it gets by Phog. Chain fungal as well, so a group of Marines is going to fall pretty quickly.
There's so much here for Phog.
See, this is pretty counterintuitive, because against this many Hydra, you want Marines. Not so many Marauders, but at the same time, against Infestors, you don't want that many Marines. So I think just Drew needs to start making more medevacs, or potentially go into tanks or something else. Against this many Hydra, you could even go Hellions, get Blue Flame and stuff. It wouldn't be the worst idea, I think.
Maybe even Hellbats, and then just pump out even more medevacs.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that one though.
No?
I don't think so.
Could be, maybe.
No, I really don't.
Okay, okay then.
So Drury's scooting around the map, but he has to be pretty careful. There's units waiting for him in the main, but it's not that many. It's 2 Hydras. That medevac will fall down. Drury with now 20 Marines at a time. He's not making any Marauders pretty much. So I think that's smart, but he has to be pretty careful with the fungals. He has to be pretty spreading.
He's spent his whole bank as well, so
Yeah,
he
that is
really
true
he
too.
can't be taking any more of these. I'm gonna take a full fungal. Anymore.
Absolute.
He can't.
Absolute.
He just can't do it anymore.
You know what I would like? Ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts would be amazing.
They
Can snipe stuff. They can EMP infestors if need be, but they output so much damage, especially to Hydra.
This is good.
Oh no, the fungal could be real, and it is real. Drury eating the fungals all game long. He
Every
needs to pull
fight.
SCVs right now.
He's
This is so unfortunate for him. The Hydra army is so strong, and yeah, I think that Phog's got this now.
yeah.
Very unfortunate. Drew had control of the game for the most part of the game. Just like 3 or 4 bad engagements.
He's got no money.
Yeah,
He can't.
unfortunately, every engagement, he seems to be really confused about what he needs to do here. He will push Phog back, but nope, Fungarino.
Fungal, man.
It is real. So, yeah, very unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like he was definitely in a good position.
Oh, he was
But,
definitely
yeah.
way ahead, yeah. So
I
he
think it
could've
was
definitely
it
won
was
that
his
one
game to
race.
lose. I feel.
Oh, without a doubt.
GG.
GG. And
Phog
Drew's
takes
gonna
game
Phog
1.
Yep. Good play by both players. I think that Drury just needs to tune in a couple of things, and
Yeah.
he could take the next game.
I thought Drew was
We'll
gonna.
be back in 90 seconds. How about that, David?
Yeah, good.
Sounds good.
I thought